years ago, I met what's called a spiritual director. How's that for a title? I'd never even heard of one of them before. But I came to realize how revealing it was as this person accompanied me to simply unpack my everyday life. So surprisingly, I began to find lessons and guidance right there in the ups and downs of my interactions, work, and activities. It was like becoming more attuned to the moment in a way that gave me a real empowerment and consciousness for the big and small choices that are part of everyday living. I don't think it's too exaggerated to say that I began to find a sense of God's presence and purpose in the way I seek to carry my own presence and purpose. For example, I work in finance and have to make decisions about resource and task allocation that have a range of consequences in people's lives. Some of the decisions are tough, and inevitably people can react in different ways. My frequent challenge is to validate people in the midst of tensions and at the same time work towards a just outcome, even though some may not agree. The spiritual direction process has helped me so much to recognize that my contribution to the process can potentially bless the big picture. Thinking of this really brought a scripture passage alive that I heard again recently, where Jesus is with a crowd of thousands and his followers are wondering how so many could be fed. Many of his followers are saying that the task is impossible, but two people step out in the midst of that tension, a boy and a follower named Andrew. Between the two of them, they offer up a couple of fishes and a few loaves of bread. To their surprise, Jesus takes what seemed like a trivial contribution and feeds the crowd. In a similar way, I know in my own life, I typically more easily recognize God working in others' gifts and contributions. More recently, I'm seeing that my contribution of presence and purpose also allows for God to bless and multiply what I have to offer and who I can be.